It's a weekend. I've got all the time in the world. Probably. I'm not even gonna look at my email, man. It's a Saturday. Forget that. Let's go spread life. 110 total lifeform prestige. Hey, we just did it last game. So, let's do it again. We're starting... The thing that I need to remember now that we're getting into these higher difficulty levels is that I can't afford to just say, oh, we've won this game. Like 10 turns before the game's actually been won. We took space last time. Let's do something different. We'll play Utopia. Water and silicates. Don't love seeing that at the start, but, you know. Nitrates boost? No. New cities? Maybe. Yeah, why not? I need to remember that I can't just be like, oh, it's a one game. Because, you know, like, we're getting into the style of games where, like, every turn matters. And we really need to make sure we're putting things together, so... Let's get started with a bit of water. Get started with a bit of tritium. It's not the worst city spot I've ever seen. And it does have tritium, titanium, and nitrates literally next door. But I'm not excited about a plain city. Add module to perform the laboratory. I'm gonna think on that for a minute. Next turn we could explore here, we could build a lab. Sorry, it was over here. Yeah. I'll do that. Here's our trade route, here's our robot hub, here's our nitrates, here's our lab. Lab can just go like here. I did kind of like the soil factory food configuration we had last time. So I think I'll stick with that, and then I'll just put robot hub here, mine. And then one of these will be an empty tile that we can put a landing pad on. Trader is not assigned. Well, that's an easy one. Yeah. Okay, maybe it's not as easy as I thought. Yeah, sure. We gotta start getting to these thermal generators, though. I don't love a nitrate farm building. But then, I don't love any of these. Give me the tritium, so that I can at least start doing this. But I want to know if either of these are Highland. So I would love to unlock... 2. Yeah. Yeah, alright, you convinced me. Actually, it doesn't matter if this is Highland or not. We just put that on an empty tile. What are you talking about? I would. Okay, good. Next turn, I think we explore here, we build a windmill. And then we explore here and here because I really want to found that city. This is the farm building I was looking for. Okay. Pretty pleased with this so far. You could use a bus station. Wouldn't mind bus stationing out to that titanium. I wouldn't mind just going to that titanium naturally and taking the -1 support to do it. And lo and behold, the opportunity presents itself. Although I could take a lab and get science right now. We do have a robot hub in hand, so I think I'll do it. You can go here, and then the bus station can go here, probably. That should be 9 tritium. It is. So you can go here. Next turn we can explore here, and then how close are we to a new city? 3 turns? Yeah, 3 turns. Okay. Project pros increases. Make future text cheaper is fine, maybe? I really don't like high-capacity research computers. Nah, we'll be fine on science. Give me advanced city planning. Give me another tritium thermal generator for the power. Because there's a lot of tritium out here that we can explore. We're good to found that city anytime we want. Give me more tritium. You're not that interesting. One, two, three, yeah. Yeah. I think I'll just do triple power instead of quadruple power. Because I want this titanium, like, right now. No, save it. There's no good reason for you to spend that expansion right now. I'm not going to build it this turn, but I would like to just have it. I need a big hint of titanium. Does such a thing exist? No. Then you need to get lucky and hope this gives you 3. It did. Better to be lucky than good. And then next turn we can make the city here. Great. Pekai, you've done a good job. Beatrix, I was very unimpressed with you last game, and you're up against probably one of the stronger leaders, period, so I'd like to apologize in advance. I don't think we'll be working together this game. I'd like to take you, but I need that water for a city, which means I'll probably take you. Because I'd also like to expand this turn. Or at least, you know, explore this turn. So what's the arrangement we're going for here? Because you're in a weird spot. I'd rather have you be like here, in all honesty. But I don't think you're going to be super amenable to that. So we could do power, 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 farm, 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 and then we've just got a ton of extra random tiles to play with. That seems alright. Go for the +1. You're going to be one of the random tiles, so you can just go there now. Keep finding tritium. And then after this, we probably pivot to titanium, so we can build a landing pad here, maybe? That should be okay. Water? No. Titanium? Yeah. Power? We're kind of already at +4. We're always short on titanium. Take the titanium. And I don't want any of these, so I'd like to do +2 just to see a project I want, and I would absolutely like a development center. So this changes. You can do that. You come up here so that we can do this. And then we can do... Oh, we really don't need, like, anything right now. We literally have no cards in hand. So I guess import a water. Start thinking about where your next city is going to go. Now you can export a power since you don't have, like, immediate needs to use it. Volcano. We're a long ways away from having the tritium to fire that up. Methanogenium for sure. And now we're kind of in an awkward spot. Because I'd really like to play a development center, but I'd also really like to build a bacteria spreader this turn. I think you can tell where this is going. Well, I guess I can't build it this turn. You know what I mean. So I think we do this. I think we definitely do this. Am I upset to lose out on any of these? A bit. I'd actually like to pick that oxygen factory up this early. Sorry, I'm deep in thought. Oh, man. You know what? I am gonna do it. I'm gonna go sicko mode. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get an early oxygen factory down. So why? What's the calculus? The calculus is that, yes, heat is important, but methanogenium is 1 heat per turn. Oxygen factory is 1 atmosphere per turn and 1 oxygen per turn. The 1 point in favor of oxygen factory. Point 2 in favor of oxygen factory is that spreading virtually any animal relies on oxygen, which we ran into last game, and animals are often very high prestige. So I feel like oxygen has slightly more value than heat does. And third, I don't really remember what third was. There's a third reason in there somewhere, probably. So what's our plan given this circumstance? We really need to high priority explore water for the next couple turns to get this up and off the ground. And then we need to start rebuilding our science archives. I'm so glad that I made a development center last turn, because now we get to take both of these. I mean, arguably all 3 of these are really good. But like a research center is great, and I really need the robot hub in a bad way. Power, power, power. Food, food, food. I don't think this is going to be food, food, food. I'm just going to let you know right now. I think that's going to be 2 food. Because I'm going to need a second place to put one of these robot hubs in that city. You're looking for water. Yeah, +3. 12, 13, 14. If we get lucky with exploration next turn, we'll be able to build an oxygen factory next turn. We need to hit 3 instead of 2. We'll see if it can be done. Now, a second one, I'm not going to have enough water to build it, because we're about to start over from 0. So here, I actually think you're going to... We have exploration satellite up. Here's what you do. You exploration satellite first. You check for a hint of big water first, and in fact you have one. So this guarantees that you can do oxygen factory. Which will go here, and we'll give up on the bus station dream for now, I suppose. And then because you got that water, you don't need to explore for water, which means you can innovate this turn to start rebuilding your science to get closer to a bacteria spreader. +1 turn, 3 mines. 1, 2. You actually might only own 2 mines. 1, 2, 3, but your array is done already. This is not a load balancing station kind of situation. It might be a cultured meat lab kind of situation, but we're pretty tight on science right now. It could also just be a make people happy situation. Like, you're gonna need a second house. You'll be +1, +2. You're just like not a good mining city though, because I think you might end up being an agri. No, you should be a nitrates mine. I'm crazy. Yeah, you should have 3 mines in this city. So actually, we'll take load balancing station and miner's cottage. We need to be 8 and 8 up there for that. It's doable. It's not doable right now, but it's doable eventually. Okay, cold is bad. But literally, we're chilling, because we're at +5 support right now. You need to be a mine. I need to be exploring for... well, not really anything. More tritium would be good, because I'd like to get the second power array off the ground. So I guess just grab tritium. Next turn we'll have enough to build a power generator. I'm saving science, because the next building that goes down is going to be a bacteria spreader for sure. Don't really care about you. Actually, maybe I do. Are you better than the other 2 buildings here? Yeah, you are. And you also have a specific place where I would like you to go. So you come in there. We'll put the miner's cottage down when we get to 30 food. That will let us expand here, unless we see a robot hub sooner than that. Okay. It's actually, I think we'll be making a city here. Holy cow. And there's nothing going on there. But this place is crazy town. Like, what the heck? It's one of the best cities I've ever seen. Sandstorm? I don't really care. Fix it. Gas factory is kind of interesting. But what's more interesting is prepping that spot to build a city in. And then what's more interesting is power. If I could explore a science this turn, that would be pretty sweet, but I don't think it exists. It does exist. No, I'll have to do it next turn. Satellites will be up next turn. I can have a satellite do it next turn. And then how close are we to new city? 8 turns. 8 turns unless we find a cache. That probably doesn't need to be imported anymore. I'll just do that, and then we actually can just like do any hex we want. I can still research a project, of course, of course. Yeah. And then yeah. And then yeah. And then yeah, probably. And then yeah, absolutely. And then I really, like, more than anything else, I actually just want to find a food cache. Oh, you're done, right. You come up here. Start working on that. 6 power, not turn 20 yet even. Gotta feel pretty good about that. I can explore for water later. I'm not stressing it. There's water here. There's water at the bottom of the ocean. That was not what I wanted to do. Undo. You special? No. You suck. But explore here, water will be fine. Yeah. We're gonna be just fine on water. We'll be able to found a new city in like 4 turns. I don't want any of these, fundamentally. But I also don't really want to innovate. I really want to explore this turn to get water. So I guess if that's the case, I would take a lab. Yeah, because in this spot we've got these anomalies. I want 2 labs that go in this. Now he's thinking. For the first time, a thought has entered his mind. This is such a horrible spot for expanding to hexes, but it's such a good spot for a city, man. Like, why can't you just connect here? You know? Ugh. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. I would take another gas factory here, I think. We're power flush for once in our lives. I don't want to innovate. I guess I would take a development center, like, just in case, but we're a long ways off on science for that. And then what do you want to see? Water, right. You want to see water, and then if you got a food cache? No. No such luck. Alright, well in that case, let's change that up. Next turn we can make a city. And what a city it'll be. And then we're kind of looking for space projects to start showing up here pretty soon. Mustafa's prestige gene mod is going to be nuts for this game. I don't think we can not take him. Would love that. And then I think I'll explore just to see 2 other projects this turn. Because I don't want either of these. Okay, actually school is kinda neat here. Well, actually not really. I was gonna say you put a school on an anomaly, it gives you 2 science per turn, and then you can like put houses next to it, but there's nowhere we can go that doubles up on natural site and anomaly. So I actually think we just pitch it. And Household Robot is not doing anything. Get out of here. You're nothing to me. What's up, Ruthless? How you doing? Hope you're having a good weekend. Okay, this turn, city. just think about it. Yeah, city. And then here, for support, get rid of this. Lab me for 2 science. Give me a city mine. Long Suck is doing great so far. Light trolling and Illuminati? Hold on, I'll be right there. I am on my way. I'm just kidding, I'll finish stream first. I'll pop in there afterwards. What do I need here? I need so much science that it's not even funny. I need science and food. And the issue with science and food is they're like the 2 things that you can't explore the map for. So in terms of things we can actually locate on the map, what do I want? Just fucking none of it, honestly. Like, really, virtually none of it. I could put a gas factory down. So, like, house, support building, house, science, and then we could put a gas factory back here. Just, like, way out of the way of everyone else. We could also put house here and get support from that. I think this is fine. And then I don't have trade routes to spend on this, unfortunately. Well, I do. I can. Yeah, this is fine. I would love to find a robot hub so that I can actually get this landing pad back. The lack of trade routes right now is pretty brutal. So show me 2 extra projects. I think that's how we get this initiative moving. It's still not helping. That I'm not interested in. I could take an oxygen factory. Actually, do these work like right now? Hold on, I'm actually not sure. No, okay. Fair enough. Like, I really don't know that I'm going to need a second development center. I really don't know that I'm going to need any of this, to be honest with you. I guess oxygen factory's fine. Throw the rest out. We do have a couple spots that are producing water still on the map that we could explore. Like, there's a big hint down here. Medium hint, medium, medium, medium. We could get to 17 pretty realistically. But I don't love it. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is a much better selection. Give me this landing pad. Give me this robot hub. Yeah. I would like to have the exploration satellites, but it's not meant to be this time. So you come here. Get my landing pad back. Get my rich soil back. We're waiting for 8 power to build a nitrate factory. That's 2 nitrates per turn. Then we can start thinking about plant spreaders. We do still need to see any kind of ocean planet or ocean project like at all. And then where are you fitting your other landing pad in? Oh, here, yeah. We're going to build 1 house here. We take this spot, we put a landing pad there. That would be 30 food. Also, I gotta find something that's like worth buffing. Hang on. Take that. That hair could go Scarface? I could. If I planned on doing anything for Halloween. Amanda's going to be super jet lagged on the way back from Australia, so we're probably just going to stay in. Which is nice in its own way. 25 nitrate asteroid. The problem is my trade routes suck. So I don't think I can afford to do that. I just don't have the trade routes to support it, fundamentally. We have enough power that I could take another gas factory. We don't have enough science that I can take a bacteria spreader. We could just explore and see more projects. No trick-or-treating? You'd be surprised. Like, I would think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 7 families within 2 blocks that all have like trick-or-treat age kids. And it was one of the things that we were really excited about when we moved out here is we're like, oh, we're going to have like, you know, trick-or-treaters who come and ask us for candy and it'll be cute and there'll be kids around. We've never had our door get knocked on for trick-or-treat, and it doesn't actually appear to be a thing on our street like at all. And I'm not sure why. I should actually probably just, like, ask Chalet. Because she has many of the kids that we know personally, and I should see why they don't, like, really have a formal trick-or-treat thing out here. Because it took me by surprise. It does kind of feels bad. That was going to be, like, my homeowner activity. And then they're like, nah, we don't really do that here. Give me a gas factory out here. I need this tile expansion so bad. Maybe they're religious? God, I hope not. I like them. I wouldn't want a reason to have to cut off ties. I would not mind seeing more projects at this point, I think. Why don't you just come, like, over here? I really would like to get back up to 30 food, but it's really not happening. Maybe we should start picking, like, a soil factory with a little higher urgency. Or food-producing buildings with a little bit more urgency. New scientific fields. Megastructure design? No. No. So I guess by default, sure. And then, like, yeah, maybe you're technically food. Those seem fine. I need science and nitrates. How are we gonna make that happen? What's one way to make it happen? What does a higher rank in the game give you? It makes you feel good inside. Do I have 3 mines here yet? I do. There is, like, a meta progression element to it, where it's like as you beat levels, you get meta currency, and the more meta currency you have, the more buildings you unlock. But I've been done with that for a while. At this point, we're beating hard levels because they're there. We're doing it for fun and challenge. And we're doing okay, I would say. Okay, I might actually just be able to afford to do that if I can get one more trade hub down. This I cannot do at all. Okay, we'll be redirecting an asteroid. We need to find so many trade routes. We need to find so many trade routes right now. Give me a water project. Give me Inspirational Explorer. It needs to be nitrates. Okay, plus 10 food is also amazing. I'll take a tritium thermogenerator. But we're really coming over here, and we're installing a culture meat lab. More food, so that we can get more tiles, so we can put more landing pads down. At 7 power right now, I think I can actually just do like this, and get you out of the way, so I can get a second trade route. And then start committing onto this, but it's going to take a while. I still need a lot more trade routes than that. Would also love to see a bus station at any point to grab both of these, because I'm never going to make cities in either of these spots, I don't think. This is just a wasteland out here. I would love to go like trade hub. We'll see if we can make that happen. So far we've not made that happen. I would love more. Well, I could Inspirational Explore, I guess. Show me more water. Yes, thank you. Rest you can go. This is probably enough, though. Get rid of that O2 factory. It's done its job. You come out here. Give me another trade route. Because the sooner we can finish this, the sooner we can go back to, like, actually playing the game. And then, I don't know, just give me some titanium. That power array is done. Are we going to do power here? No. I might not even need this tritium thermogenerator anymore. I mean, I'm not at hand limit, but if I hit hand limit, I think that tritium thermogenerator's gone. And we're not going to be founding a city anytime soon, so I'm comfortable spending my water on you. Just to keep the oxygen and atmosphere going. Okay. Give me a bit of that. So that's done in like 13 turns tops. This is very helpful. This is also pretty helpful. What do I need? Tritium would be really nice, actually. Oh god, a bus station would be really nice too. This is important, but this is really good. God, just look at all the things a bus station could do for this place, though. Like, we get this, 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 this. I guess that is really only like 4 things. If we put a bus station here, we get this, 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 then this, and that. I gotta take the bus station, man. I think here's what we do, right? Take the bus station, and then for Mustafa's last 2 turns, I think we're gonna import Lifeform once, and then Gene Mod once. And that's gonna have to be good enough. Let's make our regional buildings a little cheaper. We can straight up replace a robot hub with a bus station. And that's just to get rid of the unhappiness penalties. I know it means we can't reach that here anymore, but we can figure that out later. Next turn we're 10. If I explore here, we could get to... I can't explore next turn. In 2 turns, I can build a spaceport. Where would the spaceport be good? That would be really good, like right here. 1, 2 free trade routes. I think that's going to be our best option. It would also be pretty good here, don't get me wrong. Actually, it might be better there. So I think we're going to put it there. We'll bacteria spread next turn, and then we're going to move that. 11 prestige, 16 is higher. Just take the higher number at this point. Take a trade route. Can't afford space projects, so I'll just take a house. Import a life form. That's really not what I wanted to see. Spread a bacteria. No, double down on heat. And then you move here. And then next turn we build you. None of these buildings matter. You go here. That's 2 free exports, which means we have 2 free imports. Which we would want to spend on... I guess power for like a turn, and then probably nitrates. And you're gonna get a miner's shack here, like next turn, probably. And you could get a Marsha, like this turn, probably. No, I can't do both. I have to save my food. So which one's more important? You're going to be... 3 support. You're going to be... I don't know. I'll do the math later. Polar bears are a pretty good target for gene modding prestige. I think that's going to have to be good enough, unless I get really lucky next turn. Okay. What do I take here, then? With everything else that we've been through. I don't have any Highland tiles that look great for expansion right now. They're all kind of spoken for. So that's photovoltaic field out. University would be like a little interesting to put here. Maybe? Like this is a university would be okay. We put a lab here, we put a school here. And then there's like another house that goes back here. So university isn't like horrible. And we're not doing anything with our silicates. And then an AI-guided road network might like also be okay eventually. So I guess we'll go with that. I have to increase my pop. Alright, that happens next turn. That's fine. And then we're over hand size, so you're finally gone. Alright, Mustafa thinks he's retiring. He's not actually retiring. Joke's on you. You're sticking around a gene mod, animals, polar bears. So polar bears are now worth 30 prestige, and we only need 110 total. That gets us a little under a third of the way to winning all by themselves. And then you're going to come in here, give us a little +8 support, recapture this windmill. Except I really don't think I need that windmill. I think you should be like a landing pad instead, for an extra trade route. Then you... Where was I going to put you? I was also going to put you in here. Yeah. The goal isn't to fully there's different goal paths, and you basically pick what your goal is at the start of a game. So some of them are like explore X number of tiles and make X number of cities. Some of them are collect X amount of resources. The one that we're on right now is called the green path, and the green path is spread life. So every life form in the game has a prestige score associated with it, which describes how happy it makes people. The more unhappy unhappiness is like how you lose a game. This number up here is the amount of happiness we're either gaining or losing per turn, and if the big number of it gets to 0, you're done. That's your game over. So, spreading life is a means of making people happy, and how happy people get depends on this prestige score. So our goal for this game is to spread enough different life forms that their total prestige score adds up to 110. So the little bacteria we've been throwing out are like 2 each, because people don't really give a shit about bacteria. Trees are a little better, going from like 6 to 16. And then if you start spreading like polar bears around, people get pogged up about polar bears on Mars. They're like, holy shit, that's so cool. You get 30 from that. But that's why we really wanted to use this ability from this leader, because he directly increases the score of the life forms that we're trying to maximize. And then given that we're primarily playing like a spread life game here, Aisha's probably going to be better than Jan, because we're not doing like any dikes right now. We don't have enough hexes for linked nitrogen factories. Power breathing center isn't great. She's going to let us import different kinds of life forms for free, so we have more options. We can gene mod one of them so that they're more resistant to cold, and then she also makes the animal spreaders themselves cheaper. So that's just going to be really good for us. What did I not do? Oh, I can still research a project, of course. I would love another combined living center. I would also love another spaceport. I would love to take the water imports, but I can't. And the reason we can't just be like, oh, we're going to have polar bears on Mars is because the game is broken up into regions defined by these squiggly lines. And each region has 3 different terraforming parameters associated with it. Its temperature, its oxygen level, and its rain. Lifeforms that are higher in prestige score tend to have higher requirements for where they can actually live. And so you have to do a bit of terraforming to make the planet hospitable for them in the first place. Would love a spreader building. Don't want any of the rest of this right now, I don't think. Explore to gain 2 science? It's not amazing right now. I think I might honestly just spend most of Aisha's time importing lifeforms. So boreal rainforest is 18. Plankton is only 2, but if the temperature is warm, it doubles it. So I think I'm probably going to go with that. And then projects, my hand is full, so I don't really want any of these. I can't really take any of these, more realistically. Atmosphere +1. I would like a train station. I don't really have a city that's appropriate for a gene vault yet. I wouldn't mind getting a school down like here. I'm gonna have to figure out what to throw out of this hand, though. Forget the AI guided road network. And forget one of these combined living centers. I just keep importing. Show me more stuff. Kelp forest? Nah. I don't think I have a water plant yet, actually. I don't. So we should probably take kelp. Then we have something that we can plant in the ocean. Once the ocean actually shows up. We don't even have oceans yet, but, you know, all things in due time. I would love silicates here, so that I could actually build this school relatively soon. I guess I would take a rover museum, but I'm not happy about having to throw something out of my hand again. You're really not like the most amazing spaceport site that the world has ever seen. But you might be good enough. Oh man, throw the development center out. We'll find another one of those later. I have not felt like I need to pick more than 2 projects these days, because we can't take any space projects at all. And then why don't you stop importing power, start importing tritium so you can actually get the spaceport off the ground. I would actually love a quantum data center right now. I would love another food production building. And I'd love a resonance station too. Alright, we're gonna have to throw a lot of shit out of our hand this turn. I need to find silicates first and foremost. This is the only turn that you're not going to be importing life forms, because I need exactly that many. Perfect. Come down here, stick a school here, 2 science, 3 extra support. We're feeling great. Food, can also stick some of you in. Now we're just looking for a soil factory to go here, and a soil factory to go here for what it's worth. And now I only need to throw one thing out. We'll find another animal spreader. We're so far away from being able to spread animals right now that it doesn't really do us any good to just keep that in our hand. Biggest priorities now? God, finish this stupid project probably so I could start importing water, planting trees. Finding nitrate is probably going to matter quite a bit for that as well. This is literally all space projects. I can't take any of these. Just throw all of those out. So, I can explore for a tritium this turn. Why don't you start importing nitrates instead? I want to get these ready to go for when we actually have water on the planet. Which means I'd really like to find, yeah, a hint of tritium. And then you're gonna go here and just be a flat upgrade for that. You finish in 2 turns. That's great news for us. Some trade routes aren't assigned. Really? Oh, I got one more. I would love to have some extra tritium per turn. So let's work on... No, that's stupid. You should start prioritizing actually getting water on the surface. Birds of paradise or palm trees? It's gotta be palm trees. It's so much prestige. And as much as I would love to take this, I can't. There's no space for it. I don't want to throw anything else out. But I really hope we see that again, because it almost fucked us last game. Next thing you need, now that you got the spaceport out of the way, is silicates. To get this resonance station up. So let's look for some big silicate hints. Really not seeing a lot to go off of. Yeah, for 5 power, I guess I would. We're still like 10 turns away from getting that thing ready, but that's okay. It's not a super rush. And I don't think any of these are getting taken either. Just turn it into science. We gotta find something to dump our science in shortly. Give me a bit of that, do a bit of this. Alright, asteroid redirection is done. Enable, get the monument. Start working on water projects. Here's a dump stat for science, I guess. It's not like the most ideal thing you've ever seen, but I think it'll do for now, just because we are making 7 per turn, and we're about to make like 10 per turn when we put the quantum data science down. It's going to be a lot of numbers. And then what's your deal? +7 support per turn to you and adjacent friends. Hey, that's a lot more than a natural site. But I might want to hold on to you for our next city. Wherever that's going to end up going. Here actually looks really interesting. Canyon, meteorite canyon, silicates, water, nitrates. This could be an interesting city spot, and we could get to it relatively quickly. You just have to explore here, and then we could found it next turn. I might do that. And then because there's fertile soil there, you would take a cultured meat lab. This makes sense to me. Need more titanium, too. It's all getting very complex. Should not be doing this. Hold on. You should finish a project. So why don't you do this? Import 1 more. Export a water. Put everything else into power. Like, pick a project and finish a project instead of trying to finish 3 at the exact same time. This is just foolish. Come back and think about that later. You're not prepared to think about what you're going to do with that choice. Jaeger City? Yeah, you're coming here. Going to work? Have a good one. I'll catch you around later. I might see you at Bully's Raid later tonight, depending on when you get home. It seems like the content should be pretty good this week, so I'll probably play over the weekend. And I've got to catch up on my weeklies, because I wasn't here, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I've got to knock them all out still. But yeah, I'll see you around. Have a good one. You're going to go here. It's just an enormous amount of support, and then you're going to be 2 food per turn. We love this. You might even get a friggin' train station, now that I look at you. No, because I'd want to put it like here or here, not here. That's going to have to wait until next turn. We'll prep a spot for it, though. Any good rocket pad sites up here? Yes, actually. So I'll be taking one of you. Wouldn't mind taking one of you. I know we already have one in hand, but I should take one of you. Yeah. Because we want more food production around this area. So, like, this rock spot is actually where we want that to go. And then we need to turn you down for 1 turn. No, you need to finish the project. You can wait 1 more turn on a train station. It's not make or break. Then what do you want to finish? This will probably be done faster. So let's do that. Heat has increased. Lovely news. Take another spreader. Think about the rest later. Get that titanium hint. It's large titanium. Very exciting. Come in here. What were you going to do in here? You weren't going to put the train station down. You told yourself you couldn't do that this turn. I think we just got to keep importing. 11 prestige, 6 prestige. We'll go with a higher prestige animal. We're saving the silicates and power for this train station. It's not that important that we get more science production up. And the rover museum would be... Actually... The rover museum is a science building. I have to increase pop. I don't know when that's going to happen. It's going to be like a robot here, probably. Yeah. Do we have any robots in the pool? No. You have a trade route in the pool, but you're actually kind of good on trade routes right now. Let's turn them into science. What is your plan for like the next couple turns? Because you have 25 turns to win, and you've made no progress on Green Path. Yeah, that's fair. Here's my plan for like soon, I guess. I would say. No. Yeah. My plan for soon is getting water on the planet. That's an important one. Yes, I would love it. Yes, I would love it. The rest of these, I don't care. I could have taken a plant spreader. I have 3 already. It's crazy. I don't need any more. Train station out here to grab this. Can I afford that titanium? Yeah. Yeah, I would say you can, yeah. And then this is going to be a great place to live. We need to stuff this place with houses. The comfort of living there is going to be very, very high. It's really going to help bolster our support. And then I think we do this. And then we start working on like this. So while that's going on, what else can you be focusing? You could make a soil factory next turn, which would be fine, but it's competing with your plant spreaders, and I actually think I'm not going to build a soil factory at all, because these plant spreaders are so much more important. I'll just put another farm there, rather than an adjacency building. It's so much more important that we actually get those farms off the ground. And then for Aisha's last turn, gene mod that down to only 2 heat. So now we've got polar bears as a great O2 option. We have palm trees as a great plant option. It should be pretty easy to get both of those down because we're making okay progress on heat. We could put them, with the cloud seeder, we could put them in Sirenum. We could put them in Xanthi. We could put them in... That's about it that we know of so far. We can put them in a bunch of places. I feel good about that. Okay, Aisha's out of here. Craig would also be a little interesting. We could gene mod polar bears down to 202. I honestly think that that by itself is good enough to make it worth taking him. That's an insane perk. Okay, none of these right now. Flood the planet. And then get ready to do it again. Take a bit of atmosphere. Take an animal spreader, because you don't have one right now, remember. And then research 2 extra projects this turn. Like, I guess? Definitely get nitrates. You could build a plant spreader this turn. That's pretty good. Take a research center, because you do have a lot of science right now. You could put a research center like here. So I would like these 2 spots to be combined living centers, I think. Jaeger City is also probably going to turn into a seed vault city, because it's going to have a lot of expansion tiles. But for right now, it actually can't expand anywhere. Can we set it up so we can do that next turn? Yes. If we take this off, we'll have 3 titanium next turn. We'll be at 28 food, we'll be at 30 food. Then, I just, like, spend it on other stuff. And then we need 2 exports. It's obviously science. So next turn we make a combined living center. We expand here, and either here or here to get titanium or water, depending on which one we want. I actually kind of want to go there so I can just drill that aquifer. I didn't finish a science project this turn, or a space project this turn. That kind of blows. Let me think about that in a little bit. I'm not ready for that yet. You're a city spot, you're empty. Okay, first things first, support. Second thing second, plant spreader. Go for it. Third, do we need an aquifer? I'm inclined to say no, we don't. But here's the other thing, you can't build a plant spreader on that spot anyway. In fact, you can't build anything on that spot for a while. So I think what you should probably do instead is you should take this titanium spot, dike it, and then you should build a titanium mine there, because you're perennially low on titanium. You should also gene mod the polar bear before you forget, so it only needs 2 oxygen. Why did I get minus 100 support from that? What the hell? What just happened? I'm so confused, but I don't think that actually changes any numbers. That has to just be a bug. And then this event. Oh, what are we doing with this? I wish I could take orbital ring, but I can't because there's no space project room. I think it's probably just going to be a skyscraper. It's definitely not going to be a soil factory. A skyscraper would actually go insane here with the adjacency bonuses, but unfortunately that spot's kind of spoken for with a combined living center. What's up, Exceed? How are you doing? It's going well. I'm thrilled to be back from travels and not have to like spend any more time in a plane. 1, 2, 3. You'll be done. You'll be done. You'll be done. We'll work on you. It's about all we can do, and then export science. And then I can research projects. What do we want in this mess? We have space for one thing. Given that we're starting to flood the planet, a dock seems like it would just kind of be nice to have around. As like a just in case me. A giant heater would also be really nice to have around. I think I'd rather have a giant heater than a dock. And a spaceport would be okay, but I don't actually know where it would go. I don't think I have any great spaceport spots right now. So we'll just turn you into science. Elephants? Oh my god, I'd love to. Are you kidding me? This is going to be a really easy game if we can get to Oxygen 2. Like, so easy we should probably start to prioritize getting to Oxygen 2. God, I wish I had more water income. You need to come with me. You might need to come with me. In fact, you do, because we have so much science. And then I think you should probably come with me as well. It's actually crazy how lucky we're getting with these animal pigs. Look at this shit, man. Gene mod you. I wish I could put plankton down, but I can't. You come over here. I need to put an Android hub in Jaeger City. What do I need to do to make that happen? I need to finish this project. Give it a little something like that. And then I'm 3 projects over. Okay, laughable that you would even think you have a chance. The miner's cottage is going to go pretty well there. I actually think you're gone. We'll just find something else to put in that spot. And then you might think I think you're gone too. I think that's how it has to be. Give me the O2. O2's great. Repair some of our buildings up. Spend cards before you pick cards. What's the next video in the pipeline? I don't know. There's like 4 that I want to do. The next 4 videos that are in the pipeline, in indeterminate order, is Berserker Rotation Guide, Commander Camp, what I think is 5, which is going to be looking at one of the southeast or southwest towers on the Alpine BLs. Haven't figured out which one yet. Commander Camp 6, which is Communication, and Commander Camp 7, which is How to Comp a Squad. Those are the next 4 videos in no particular order. There's also maybe somewhere in there a Heel Scourge video. I have begun the process of footage collection. The problem is that Heel Scourge isn't good unless you comp for it. This can actually just get harvested. I don't know what I'm thinking. Heel Scourge isn't good unless you comp for it. So before I make the Heel Scourge video, I want to make the How to Comp a Squad video, so that, like, contextually, the Heel Scourge video makes more sense. I can still research a project. Right, I put this decision off. I have space for 1 project. I feel like a robot hub would be pretty nice. I feel like an Android hub would be pretty nice. I feel like a second entertainment center, we don't need it. We're at -2. We're doing so well, it's crazy. Take an Android hub. Turn the rest into science. Your ability friends found my videos. Who are your ability friends? Tell me more. As I gene mod this elephant to need to breathe less oxygen than usual. We gotta step up our O2 production in a big way. And I think that is primarily going to come from plant spreaders. This also doesn't need to happen anymore. We can do that. We can do that. Oh, you're SBI friends. Nice. I'm happy to hear it. I'm in every server Discord, so if they ever want to at me and ask a question, they're more than welcome to. MarsNet is great. A development center is nice, but probably unnecessary at this point. So I'll take it anyway. And then I can throw the rest of these out. Just show me what it is. It's an empty flat plains. I think we know what we'll be doing with that. Flood the planet. And then I guess let's start working on MarsNet. We're 1 project over capacity. This is going to be house, house, house. So these 2 spots are free. One of them might be a robot hub. We'll see. But the other one's definitely going to be a development center. And then I think you're going to go researching too. It's so easy to be bad at Zerker? I don't know. I actually think that it's harder to be bad on Zerker than other classes. I wouldn't say that Zerker is hard, or I wouldn't say that Zerker is easy, because I do think there's a bit of nuance to Berserker, and it's easy to fuck your Zerker rotation up by, like, not paying attention to when you're actually in combat. But I think it's a very easy class to play relative like other damage classes. This is not right. This needs to be like that, because I need to build this robot hub next turn, because I don't have any space to put the plant spreaders. And then my imports are all fricked up. Dump a science. Dump another science. And if you're looking for a good Berserker rotation guide, Quesadilla actually made a really good one. He doesn't have a ton of views on it, but he deserves to have more people watch that video, because he did a really good job with it. It explains Zerker well. Okay, you are just going to go, like, here. And then you're going to expand to here. And you're going to be a plant spreader. And then you God, it's a nightmare. Why? Is it heat? I think it's mostly heat. You can just come down there and be a tree. And then why don't you also come down here? I might end up extracting that. We'll see. I don't feel great about this right now. At least personally. I don't even know what I want to gene mod here. I guess I could gene mod a cactus that only needs 2 heat. Why does it feel like our economy kind of sucks? Maybe because it does. But, like, I don't know. Maybe it's something else is wrong. What do we need to pick out of this mess? I don't know. I kind of don't like any of it. We're so far away from making that happen with water. We're so far away from silicates. That just produces water. It doesn't actually increase rainfall. Like, maybe, but I don't know. All these are really unimpressive. I'm throwing them all out. 25 tritium? No. That's not what I'm looking for right now. Bus station is not what I'm looking for right now. What am I looking for right now? Oxygen, man. I need to breathe. So I think the best way to go about getting it is actually by stacking up nitrates. We'll dump that. Still have a soft spot for Herald Vindy. I need to remake the Herald video so that it actually runs Greatsword. I just haven't had the time. Coral Reef versus Dolphins. The Dolphins are also a lot of prestige. But then Coral Reef is like very synergistic. I need more ocean projects as well here. That's another thing that's kind of costing me. Here's what we should do. Get this large titanium deposit up. Can I really not explore any X right now? That's brutal if true. It is true. Okay. We have problems. Finish that. We need to start reprioritizing. We've been spread too thin for too long. Which means we shouldn't be taking space projects. It means we should be fixing econ. So do not get tempted by this. I would love Cloud Scraping Canopy. Thank you so much. It's actually like really good right now. Finish this project. Then, what do we reprioritize towards? We reprioritize towards 2 things. Plant spreaders. And then once the plant spreader's off the ground, we're making a resonance station because 6 power per turn is starting to cost us. Which means that all of our exploration is going to focus on silicates. Silicates here. Take a plant spreader. Atmosphere project is kind of fine. We're not doing anything else with our tritium, so the rest gets thrown out. Then look for more silicates. Can I find like a large hint of silicates somewhere? No, nothing doing. You just need to take a normal silicate spot. Okay, fair enough. We got to get this resonance station off the ground, because then we can increase our power so we can build the giant heater. If we can build the giant heater, we can stack up the heat parameter for the overall terraforming, and then we can make like lions and polar bears and everything else. It will not take a lot to win this game once that's done. It will not take a lot at all. We're going to extract that because I actually just want the MTX more than anything else. This finishes next turn. I think it's less important that this finishes than getting another plant spreader up. So let's work on that instead. Now what can I say? I would love whales. Do any of these help with proximal goals? Not really. We don't really need support. I actually think we're going to be fine once we start spreading animals. Love that. Let me think about the rest. Enable that. 16, 18, 21, 25. I need to explore one nitrate hint, but I also still need silicates. Can I find silicate and nitrate? No, I don't think so. So take nitrate. Next turn, we can make another plant spreader. This turn, we can make a... Oh, you weren't supposed to go here. No. You come down there. You come here. You go here. It needs to be a spot that we can build a spreader building on, though. So, like, here. And then what do we need to make you pop off? Power and titanium. It's the same thing we were saving up for that titanium mine for. Do I think Zerker's too squishy or people just die from bad... They die from bad positioning, man. What the hell are you talking about? Zerker has like 8k more base health than DH does. You have like 26,500 health on Zerker, and you have balance stance. I don't think a Zerker should die, period. If you're dying on Zerker, that is a you problem. It's an extremely bulky class for damage. Yes. Absolutely, Cloud Seeder. I don't know that I can afford to do you right now. Let me think about it. We 100% plant spread. Do I have anywhere that's double heat, double rainfall yet? Single heat, single rainfall. We could Cloud Seed here. You're too cold. Like, way too cold. Everywhere is too cold, man. We need more heat. I gotta build this thing. Alright, well, it's not gonna be ready anytime soon, so I guess we are just gonna spread this thing. It can't spread anywhere. Oh my god, it's a disaster. We gotta get these terraforming parameters up. It's probably gonna be you. I would do this. And I can still research a project, god. I guess I would take a bacteria spreader. Yeah, I don't want the rest of that. Building action to spread a life form is available? I know, I can't. I don't want to do it there, though. Flora is also, like, really good right now. I need that efficient plant spreader goodness. Cloud formation facility is really interesting. Because we can make one out here. If we expand here and we dike it, it'll be coastal. And then we could spread all through here. That seems important to me. So let's get power. We're just going to do a quick upgrade on you. You're going to come out here. We're going to dike you once. You'll be coastal next time we raise the water level on the planet, which is soon. Can't do that right now. Can we do a temperate forest? No, good luck. Well, we're closer. We're closer to doing a temperate forest, but we cannot do a temperate forest. I could accelerate proliferation of life, but it doesn't do a ton. Especially because we just can't even place plants right now. So I'm kind of tempted to save the power to just import life forms. And then I think I might do something like that to keep power high. Clownfish is quite good. I can still research a project. Definitely want that. Definitely want that. Okay. Our new highest priority is find a dock. And then do a bunch of stuff on the ocean. Fundamentally. Please, I need a dock. Do you have a dock available for me? Oh no. It's happening again. The game's upset. It's not giving me the stuff that I need. Give me one of these. Because we need the heat, like, real bad. I need to explore tritium this turn, just to keep that running. Which I would do... well, down here looks fine. Alright, so we can at least keep that going. I need that dock really bad. It needs to show up in 2 turns. None of these generate heat, so I'm not interested. Yeah, still can't spread anything. Dock. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for what you've done. Animal spreader? Yeah, sure, why not? I'd like to explore titanium this turn, but I'd like it to cost 2. I don't think such a thing is possible. Is there a titanium and power hint somewhere on the map? No. Yes. Hold on. Just kidding. Alright, now we make you. This starts to fix our titanium income issues. We're up to 5 heat per turn. So heat parameter increases in 4 turns. That's when this plant spreader turns on. The problem is it's going to be turn 57 when that happens. It's going to be really late in the game. So I think, like, you're gone. I can still research a project. Your heat for 40 nitrates, it's not going to happen. It's way too high. The rest of these aren't going to happen. Just keep importing water. Keep importing... oh, atmosphere, I guess? No, this is not important. Hold on, this needs to go. You're not an important project to me at all. We should be doing that, and we should be doing something like that. Because we want to be building these spreaders. We should also not be doing that. It's good enough for now. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Phobos is not happening. Any heat production? No? I'll come back to you later then. Flood the planet again. This is now coastal. The plan is coming together. I need power. Yeah, you do need power. More heat. We can plant a temperate forest that's huge. We shouldn't do it there. You should grow kelp. Can you not do coral reef? Did you not take... You did take coral reef. If you're a little patient, you probably could. No, this doubles your prestige. You should do this, and then you just grow another one somewhere else. Next turn, you'll be at 13 nitrates. You can build another plant spreader. You don't currently know where it's going to go. That's true. This can go here. We finally achieved the power that we wanted to achieve. You're, like, interesting. I just can't reach you yet. And how much water are you? Are you the 50 project? You're the 40 project. So we need to take that. None of the rest of this matters. Throw it all out. Do I teach anything? Like work with students directly? It's complicated. I don't teach. I don't have a professorship. I'm not like an associate professor or anything like that. I'm still a doctoral student. But a lot of doctoral studies heavily emphasize mentorship. So I'm in like year 6 of my PhD, something like that. And I have regular weekly meetings with 2 other students in the lab who are more junior than I am. And so I have like a mentorship / teaching role for them in their projects. But it's not formally defined as such. That's just the way that people collaborate in successful academic labs. So it's like, it's not formal teaching, it's informal teaching, basically. More titanium. A dock. Now, nothing can stop me. Except for silicates. No, that's fine. No, we want this. We're good. Okay. Where the hell are you going? You know what? Frick these nitrates. I never cared about them nitrates. I need to get into this ocean as well. Oh, it's all wrong. Everything's wrong. Sure, that's good enough for now. Next thing we need to start saving up for is an animal spreader. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Next turn we can make an animal spreader. We should be able to spread, I don't know, something good, hopefully. This O2 is going to give me nightmares. We're like 6 turns away from increasing it, so it would be at 61. And then we could put dolphins down, we could put polar bears down, that's 48. We could put... Okay, we need like all water. Because if we can get one more animal spreader and we can place a 3rd animal spreader, we should be just so fine. More fine than anyone has been in their entire lives before. I don't want to take 11 turns to play something that gives us 6 prestige. I simply don't. And I want to put a kelp forest like way the hell out in the ocean, but I haven't explored there yet. So I think I'm actually going to wait a turn. Because I think I can just do significantly better work with that expansion next turn. Even though it's available now, I can get more mileage out of it afterwards. I'm not spending water to repair that. I'll spend tritium to repair that. But there's no shot I'm spending water right now. Oh my god, a gene bolt. Alright, now it's over. Now you're all gonna pay. So, we need to explore here. And then once we've explored there, then we put kelp forest there. Then, what do we not care about? We need to pick something we don't care about. Is it a bacteria spreader? Is it a second bacteria spreader? I don't think we care about bacteria spreaders anymore. You didn't have to do that. You're waiting for your O2 parameter to increase, moron. You don't have to necessarily phrase it like that. But you are right. But you can find more polite ways to say that you didn't fully think through your course of action. I'm just looking for places that would be good for cloud seeding as well. Like places that are high temp but low rainfall are where we want to plunk this cloud seeder. And so far the only things I'm finding are like low temp, high rainfall. Ah, never mind. I need to make a city out here. I don't think any of these matter. I'm never going to have the silicates to actually make that project as good as it would be. No. Take it anyway, because you might be wrong. And then turn these in. Some trade routes aren't assigned. Just start working on it. Heat has gone up. Heat has gone up again. A second cloud seeder. A water project? It's not going to matter. Water's full. Okay. We're doing something here. I don't know what it is yet. But something is happening. You can have a house. A clownfish is not bad. I'm not going to turn my nose up at 18 prestige. You can't live there because it's too cold. Okay, fair. I'll put you in Arabia. I don't think there's a way to get a cloud seeder out there, friend. Well, maybe there is. If this is coastal, we could build another dock here. And then we'd have a dock that expands out this way. We could also just build a dock here. Yeah, alright. We need to find another house. And we need a house to go here, and we need a dock. We need a dock and a house. I would like to purchase a dock, and I'd like to purchase a house. Technically a house. No dock. That's, I think, fine. We're aiming for a second animal spreader still as well. I actually think we're going to be okay. I think this is a one game. Let's take a gas factory, you're going to throw it out. You need a dock. No dock, but another animal spreader. That might matter. Expansion tiles, those definitely matter. In fact, in many ways, that is the house you were looking for, because now you can go here. And you can also just like go here for fun to make a guided tour. And then I think I just accelerate proliferation of life until the end of the game. Make a coral reef. That bar do be going up. I think we're good. I think we are in business here. There's the house we wanted anyway. Could I see a dock? No? Alright, well, get lost. Useless to me. Put it down anyway. None of these choices is really super important. Do something like that. When's our next animal spreader up? 2 turns. We can build another animal spreader next turn. O2 finishes in 2 turns. I think we win this game on turn 61. That's the way it currently looks to me. Support income's getting bad? Doesn't matter. I'm unafraid. I have no dock. I'm disappointed, but I'm unafraid. We really only see like one dock this game. Usually I pick docks when I see them. That's interesting. No. Just accelerate life. Put some plankton in the ocean. We can plant palm trees. Okay, that's pretty good. And then clownfish aren't going to give you any prestige, though. So why don't you just do, like, herring? And then the next spreader building wins. What do you want me to say? We're 99 of 110. Unless they're bacteria. They're both bacteria buildings that came up. Damn, that's unlucky. A dock, please? No? Get lost. Well... plankton. And plankton. 101 of 110. Oh, I can just build an animal spreader. Yeah, that's probably your best choice. Take this square, animal spreader, polar bear. There you go. That'll do it. Games are definitely getting harder, but still managing to do them in 65 turns or less. We have now, though, entered what feels, at least to me subjectively, like the end game. If you will allow me to show you, we have never won a game on Mastery 28. So that's what we're going to leave for next time, is moving on to the third to last tier of difficulty in Terraformers. We are now completely done with everything Mastery level 21. And for the most part, like, we weren't close to losing any of those games. We were close to losing some of them in under 65 turns. We were not close to losing any of those games. But for these last 3 difficulty levels, we're definitely going to have to tighten it up and make sure that we're playing better. So, I hope you will join me for that. I'm looking forward to playing them, and I'm looking forward to getting to share them with Twitch and YouTube as well. If you are looking for ways to stay in touch, that's going to be the Discord. There are pings that you can opt into that let you know when I'm going live. And then there's also the VODs channel, which it's not up to date yet. However, everything that I've done on Twitch up into this literal video is now queued and scheduled. So I think by like next Thursday, the VOD channel will actually be up to date on what we've been doing on Twitch. Highly recommend checking both of those resources out. If you want to stay in touch about what kind of videos are coming up next, you know, what kind of stuff is going on in the game sphere, highly recommend the Discord. And I think that's all I've got for you. I'm going to try and find a little bit of time to stream tomorrow, but I am finishing up the last stage of this dissertation proposal. We'll see if that happens. If not, I will see you on Tuesday for Guild Wars, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, I'll see you next time.